Thank you for joining in. This project is funded by the European Union Horizon program. Today, we're teaming up with Karen and Achim from BOSCH to dive into real-world circular innovation, exploring how electronic components can be reused, how semiconductor life cycles can be extended, and how these approaches are shaping a more sustainable future for industry. Please check it out.
Hey Achim, what is the Circ-uits project and what does it stand for?
Circ-uits is the abbreviation for circular integration of independent, reverse supply chains for the smart reuse of industrially relevant semiconductors. The Circ-uits project is funded by the European Union's Horizon Europe program in 2023. 19 partners from industry, universities, and science centers aim to improve the circularity of electronic components. The target is to save resources and getting more independent of non-European chip sources. Think of the tiny computers inside electronics like a brake control unit in a car. Producing one of those causes around 10 kilograms of CO2, and the chips inside are a big part of that. These chips often outlive the products, but they still get scrapped. Circ-uits wants to change that, reuse the chips and get the most out of them.
It feels so wrong to scrap and throw these chips away.
Right, that's what we're tackling in Circ-uits. Usually, when a car is scrapped, all electronics are shredded and melted down with the metal. The valuable components are lost. That's why the process of reuse is so important. It's not easy, but it's the smarter way to get more out of what we've already built. But making it work requires the right processes and conditions.
Which processes do you mean?
Take this old car from the scrapyard. 15 years and over 200,000 kilometers. It still has its engine and brake control units. The engine control unit is easy to remove, but the brake one is hidden deep in the engine bay. Hard to reach. You can't tell from the outside what's inside or if the chips are reusable. That's why we as the Circ-uits team are working on digital tools like product passports and digital twins to make these hidden components visible and accessible.
Okay, cool tools. So now you can really see what's inside the car.
Exactly. Here's the engine control unit. It has a small board full of chips. Some are rare, like this one. It's no longer made and can't be bought anymore.
Wait, so it's valuable?
Yes! The company that made this unit still needs that chip. Instead of tossing it, it makes sense to recover and reuse it, especially since they need thousands of them. Come, let me show you the reuse process. This video shows how to open the device to access the chip. In our case, the engine control unit is very easy to open. However, this is not the case with every control unit, which we figured out via our BOSCH eco-design and manufacturing of green ECUs pilot. Here we can see Polytechnico's industrial solution, using a cobot to desolder the chip from the circuit board. A cobot is a collaborative robot. It is designed to work alongside humans in a shared workspace. In our case, desoldering is easy. The legs of the chip can be heated to melt the solder. The chip is easy to reach and to desolder. Not all circuit boards offer these optimal conditions. Chips that can only be removed by heating the circuit board from both sides, densely packed circuit boards with many other small components, or glued-on chips can make the task more difficult. Furthermore, here we can get a glimpse of the reuse of the chip for another engine control unit in a specialized workspace. In accordance to that, the testing of the soldering and the functionality of the chip on a test bench for engine control units takes place. And then the control unit is assembled by gluing and screwing the cover in place in small batch production.
That sounds like a lot of effort. Is it even worth it?
For sure. Reusing one chip creates about 1 kilograms of CO2. Making a new one? Around 1.3 kilograms. So we save 0.3 kilograms. That might not seem like much, but it adds up. And we can improve even more with eco-design, building products so they're easier to disassemble, repair, and reuse right from the start. We also need standards and regulations that promote and support eco-design. The recovery of parts that currently end up in the melting pot must be regulated. There are already activities in this area.
Thank you so much, Karin and Achim, for sharing your knowledge with us. And to our audience, thank you for checking in. If you're as passionate about sustainability and innovation as we are, here's how you can get involved. Stay connected with us on our social media and website for the latest updates and insights from the Circ-uits project. Whether you're an individual or an organization, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Reach out to us to learn more about partnership opportunities, events, and initiatives.